Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the clan. It's Jordy here, and today I want to talk about something that I've discussed before on TikTok, but I didn't go in depth in it because there's a lot more to this subject than what I posted on my TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll remember when I made a video about how I think sports are overrated. And yes, I still feel that way. And truth be told, I felt that way my entire life, like since the very beginning. Was never particularly a fan of sports, and this goes back to like my early life. This is something that I felt back then and I still feel the repercussions of now, because my mind has not changed on that subject matter, and I feel now is as good a time as ever to just let it all out, because I'm about to destroy sports in this video. I'm about to fucking outlaw them. They will be outlawed by the time this video is done. But anyway, I'm going to start at the very beginning, and this goes back to when I believe I was like 4 or 5 years old. I remember playing soccer. For whatever reason, my family loves soccer. I don't really know why. I don't really like it, and I especially don't didn't like playing it. Especially, not only was it just not fun, but my team every sport I've ever played, my teammates are always genuine jackasses. I don't feel comfortable around them. Like the slightest misstep will lead to the whole team just like it'll result in me getting yelled at. That's the main reason. Is the not only or One thing I hate more than sports themselves are the people who play sports, because everybody I've ever had as a teammate was a genuine jackass, and they took things way out of proportion, and it always resulted in me just walking out. Anytime I've ever been reprimanded or yelled at by a teammate, I just walk the fuck away. And to this day, I wouldn't change that. If I were still playing sports today, I'd probably do the same thing. If you yell at me and I'm supposed to be on the same team as you, if we're supposed to be working together and you're reprimanding me, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not on your team. I'm not on the opposite team. I'm out. Treat me like a teammate, not like a fucking liability. And if you don't do that, I won't join the enemy team, and I will leave your team. I am out. I'm gone. Fuck this game. If you think you can do better without me, go right ahead. I don't care what the outcome of the game is. You can't treat me like a human being, then adios. I'll come back never. But soccer in particular is really the only or one of two sports that I played when I was little. Um, I'd say a few short years later, my dad and my uncle, they actually owned a soccer club and forced me and my sister to play in it because I didn't want to play soccer. Okay, I just like everybody wanted me to play soccer, and I never understood why. I don't like soccer. I think it's overrated. I think all sports are overrated, as a matter of fact. But soccer in particular was one that everybody wanted me to get good at. And everybody nowadays tells me how good I used to be at it, which that's not what I remember, because I remember a handful of times me getting my fucking ass kicked by not only by the enemy team, but by people on my fucking team. Ass kicked metaphorically, not literally, but I lost a lot. And everybody, and I've had a few coaches like praise me for being really good. I don't think I was good. I think I was awful. But I digress. My dad and uncle owned a soccer club, and they wanted me and my sister and my cousins to play, and none of us got along. I never got along with any of my teammates. I think they were all smelly, they were disgusting, they were rude, they were nasty, they were all of the above. I hated all of them, and I especially hated the fact that I had to fucking work with them, because if I have to work with people I don't like, it's just gonna end up in a disaster. And I couldn't work together with them. They were all really nasty and disgusting. They all smelled. They didn't have etiquette. They were very unprofessional. They were like dogs, like woof 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 woof. They were dogs, like literal dogs. Like my pet dog, that was them. They were just fucking wild animals. And I hated being around them, and I hated working with them, because every time I messed something up, as previously stated, they would just let me have it. Like, am I a teammate, or am I like I'd expect you to be doing that to the enemy team, but I thought we were on the same fucking team, but I guess not. And eventually it culminated with me slowly drifting away from soccer, because my parents noticed how miserable I was after every soccer practice. We'd play soccer outside, and since my dad owned the place, we would have to stay after after normal practice ends, I'd have to sit there and fucking wait for, because I couldn't leave without my dad. He had to clean up all this shit. Since he's the coach, he had to clean up all the equipment and stuff. So I couldn't leave until he was done with that. So I had to stay extra fucking hours in a place I don't want, and I don't have, like, I'm just sitting there just wasting away at that point. So soccer always was miserable after soccer. It's like I just got out of fucking prison, because I felt like being around these fucking brutes, these mindless animals, really take its toll. You know, an intellectual like me, you put me in a room with Neanderthals, I'm gonna come out of that traumatized, best believe. So yeah, I hated soccer and I still hate it, and I will never attempt it again. And the other sport I played, which I don't even know if this even classifies as a sport in the as my phone, in the conventional sense, but it's actually a sport that I loved and I am still proud of to this very day. It's Taekwondo. I used to do Taekwondo. I did it, I think I started at about, oh my god, my fucking phone. I started at about 7 years old, and I started at white belt and made it all the way to second degree black belt. And there were challenges, but at the end of the day, I genuinely enjoyed it. It was very fun. You know, it's something I had to get used to. You know, I have a lot to show for it. You know, when you make it to second degree black belt on your birthday, mind you, my black belt ceremony was on my birthday. I have plenty of fun and really funny memories from Taekwondo, but eventually it just got stale because everybody that was in my class that was like my age or older slowly stopped doing it, and they started putting me with the little kids, and I couldn't really enjoy it all that much because these little kids were very slow and very stupid, and I didn't like being in a class full where you're the oldest one there is not very fun, and it got tiring after a while. Not to mention I wasn't really learning any new techniques. Like I'm second degree black belt, there was nothing else to learn. So we were just doing shit that we've done all the time. I slowly stopped going to that as well because I just started enjoying it less. But I had some fun memories from that, and I have a lot to show for it. So I guess that was a pretty fun experience. You know, I have a lot of fun memories from it, and I'll never forget it. And that's one of my actual achievements in life. I haven't achieved very much, but that I label that as an achievement, and that's that. Now, the final section in this video is going to talk about basketball, which basketball is another sport I've played. I'm ass at it. I don't think I'm very good, but when I was in high school, we established a basketball team, and everybody I knew, teachers, friends, everybody would just tell me all the time, hey, you should be on the basketball team. You're really good. I told them the same thing that I'm going to tell you right now. I do not like these kids on the basketball team. I think they're dirty. I think they're filthy. I think they're nasty. They're going to let me have it if I fuck something up. So putting me in a position where I have to work with them is going to end in disaster. And every time I've ever said that, that seems to do the trick. And if you've heard my last few story times, you'll know about the hood kids, which literally the entirety of the basketball team was those hood kids. And me plus that equals chaos. Best believe. And yeah, there are a few times where they let me have it. I fuck something up. I make a simple mistake. They just let me fucking have it. And what did I do? Oh, you're not going to believe this. I get up. I walk the fuck out. And I never walk back in. That's done. I remember the first basketball practice. That ended with me just quitting. I just quit. You know, fuck these guys. Fuck this. I'm out of here. Peace out. And that was the end of that. Never played on the basketball team because everybody on the basketball team was a fucking shitbag. So that was the end of that. And football, never played that. I wouldn't last a day in football. I mean, because look at me. Look at me. I think it's pretty self-explanatory why I never played football. Only times I play football is when I'm like playing catch back and forth. I don't play it seriously. Like, I'm not big enough, I'm not strong enough, and quite frankly, I don't want to be. Because what am I getting out of it? Because what if I lose? Am I gonna get yelled at? Yeah, no, thank you. Fuck that, and fuck you too. And you know, and for a majority of my life, I've always been an indoor person. I don't like going outside very often because there's like when you step out the house, it's dangerous. It's dangerous to leave the house. There are people out there that can hurt you, and there are bugs and shit that carry diseases that could ruin your life. So no, I prefer to stay inside with the AC on. I'm not trying to live like a goddamn caveman who lives outside, who lives, sleeps, eats, and breathes outside. No, we have indoors for a reason. You're supposed to stay indoors. Yeah, it's good to go out and get some fresh air, but don't live outside. We're not cave people anymore. Let's not act like we have to fucking live outside, because I was never a fan of going outside. I go outside every once in a while, but I'm an indoor kid and I always have been, and it's never going to change. I'm not an athlete, even though everybody around me perpetually lets me know how much they want me to, and they perpetually let me know how much potential I have. It's just I don't like sports, and I especially don't like the people who play them. They're all nasty, they're all filthy, they're all jerks, and I loathe them. And watching sports, people who lose their mind watching football are, to put it lightly, the biggest idiots I've ever known. Because you don't know these people. These people who you're watching play, like I can't fathom how you can idolize a sports player. You've never met this person, and when they end up fucking something up or losing, they like lose their minds over it, as if their fucking dog just died or their brother just died. You don't know them. They don't know you. They don't know you. You don't know them. They don't know you. What are we losing here? Is that even considered a loss? Hot take, losing at a sport, that's not a loss. Cause dog, let's be honest, it's just a game. It's like saying that's basically saying if you lose at a sport, that's the equivalent of saying that, oh, I died in GTA, I died in a video game, I lost, I failed. It's a game. Whether it's a sports game or video game, it's a fucking game. Chill the fuck out, dog. Enlighten yourself. It ain't the end of the world. It's not like if your favorite team loses the Super Bowl, then the whole world will blow up. No. No, 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 and no. I hate sports, and that's that. That's really all I can think of to say right now. My brain's giving out, my throat's giving out, and I'm gonna cut it here. So hope you guys enjoyed this story time, and if you did, drop a like, hit subscribe. Jordy Way signing out.